Good morning, dear student. Today we are going to discuss pharmaceutics, important differences like syrup, elixirs, difference in between lotion, liniment, emulsion suspensions, and flocculated suspension and non-flocculated suspensions. So these differences are so much important. Definitely you will see one of them in exam. So first we begin with syrup and elixirs. There are seven differences in between syrup and elixir. The first difference is syrups are concentrated, viscous, and aqueous solution, and elixirs are flavored, sweetened, and hydroalcoholic liquids. Syrups contain primary solvent as a sugar and water, and elixir contains primary solvent like alcohol and water. Syrups are opaque solution and elixirs are clear solution. Syrups has thick consistency if we compare with elixir, and elixirs has thin consistency. Syrup has higher concentration and elixirs has low concentration of sugar as compared with syrup. And syrup has high viscosity and elixirs has low viscosity. Syrups are less stable, elixirs are more stable. Now we move to the second, lotion and liniment. Lotions are liquid preparation made for external application without friction, and liniments are semi-solid and liquid preparation applied to the skin with friction or rubbing. Lotions prepared in aqueous base and liniments are prepared in oily base. Lotion act as a soothing agent and antiseptic effect, and liniments act as a counter irritant. Lotions do not contain camphor, but liniment contains camphor. And lotions applied to cosmetic or medicinal purpose, but liniments applied relief pain and swelling of joints. Example of lotion is calamine lotion and example of liniment is turpentine liniment. Second difference in between paste and ointments. Paste contain large amount of fine powdered solid such as starch, zinc oxide, calcium carbonate, and ointment contains the medicaments which are generally dissolved, suspended, or emulsified in the base. Pastes are very thick and stiff. Ointments are soft, semi-solid preparation. Pastes are less greasy. Ointments are more greasy. Pastes are generally applied with spatula or ointment are simply applied on the skin. Paste form a protective coating to the area where it is applied. Ointment are used for giving protective and emollient effect on skin. Now, second difference in flocculated suspension and and non-flocculated suspension. Flocculated suspension contains particle in the form of loose aggregates, and non-flocculated contains particle exist as a separate entity, and the rate of sedimentation is high in flocculated, and the rate of sedimentation is slow in non-flocculated. Sediment is rapidly formed in the flocculated and sediment is slowly formed in non-flocculated. Sediment is easy to redispersed in flocculated, but it is difficult to redispersed in non-flocculated. And flocculated suspension contains the loosely packed particles and it does not form a hard cake. But in case of non-flocculated, sediment is very closely packed and a hard cake may be formed. Or next difference is the floccules stick to the side of the bottle and the floccules do not stick to the side of the bottle. Suspension is not pleasing in appearance, but non-flocculated suspensions are pleasing in appearance. Next difference in emulsion and suspension. Emulsion is a biphasic liquid dosage form containing two immiscible liquids, oil and water. But in case of suspension, it is a biphasic liquid dosage form containing suspended solids particle in liquid phase. Emulsions are dispersed particle don't settle on a standing, but in suspension, dispersed particles settle on a standing. Both Dispersed phase and the dispersion phase medium are liquid, but in suspension, solid particles are dispersed in any medium that can be solid, gas, or liquid. Emulsion cannot be separated by filtration, but suspension can be separated by filtration. Emulsifying agent are used in preparation of emulsion, and suspending agents are used in preparation of emulsion. Example of emulsion is castor oil emulsion, and example of suspension is antacid, aluminum hydroxide, gel, magnesium silicate suspension. So here we have discussed differences in between syrup elixirs, lotion liniments, paste ointments, flocculated and non-flocculated suspension, emulsion suspensions. So these differences are so much important. You make notes and read it. Next class, I will take your oral test. So it's enough for today. Thanks for watching this video and listening.